Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 2014 career mode. Today we have round number 16 of season 1. It is the first time ever we're going to have the Russian Grand Prix at the Sochi Autodrome. But before we get into the race weekend, we have a contract offer. I just hope it's not Sauber or, I don't know, a bottom team, a Lotus. It's Toro Rosso. Okay, we have a Toro Rosso contract offer on the table if I so desire to pick that. I wouldn't really want to, but it's there on the table if we need that position. So as we head into this round with 4 races to go, Lewis Hamilton boasts a 73-point lead in the championship. He's almost got it wrapped up, provided there is no double points for the final race, or there is double points for the final race, then he can't win it today. But if there is no double points for the final race, then Lewis Hamilton can win the World Championship here today. Hulkenberg scored big points last time out at Japan. He finished 4th place, equaling his best result of the season. And he's pulled away in our little private battle for 12th place. 13th man James Early, we have scored 11th place finishes in 3 out of the past 4 races. We've not scored points in, the last 4 races now. And in the Constructors, it is Mercedes just about to win. They almost cannot be beaten by Red Bull mathematically. And Sauber are just still 2 points ahead of Toro Rosso. Sochi, it seems it's going to rain for Friday and Saturday and be overcast for Sunday. It's our first trip to this circuit. Hopefully it's a successful trip. Let's jump into the weekend. And here we are in qualifying 1. Wet tyres are required. That's how much rain has fallen on the circuit. It's not just intermediates like it was in qualifying for Japan. We are running the wet tyres. Maybe we need the monsoons, though I don't think Pirelli create monsoon tyres, so we can't use those. Well, it's been a while since I've driven on this circuit. When was it last in Formula 1? I think 2021 when Lando Norris bottled that race victory. Sometimes when there's a new track on the Codemasters games, the AI are not as quick at those tracks compared to the ones that usually players play a lot of, such as like Australia or Bahrain. So maybe we'll do quite well here. Circuit features this very long turn 3, this left-hander. I think it's turn 4 actually. It's a very long left-hander. It's quite unique on the calendar. And around the final corner, it's a very clean lap, so this might be actually representative of where I am. We're 1.7 seconds off Bianchi. Oh dear, okay. So maybe my prediction of, we're going to do pretty well here is completely wrong. As Suttle now to the top of the table. We're 8/10 slower on this lap summit. I don't know where I've lost that time. Slightly quicker second sector. What is it like in the third sector? Slightly quicker third sector as well, but it's still miles off. We're 3.2 seconds off my own teammate. Well, I got to admit, I'm not feeling too competitive. Although I'm 16th right now with 5 minutes to go. Daniel Kvyat at his first ever home Grand Prix is last. He's 6.5 seconds off the pace setter, who is Nico Hulkenberg. Alright, okay. Hulkenberg is 1.2 seconds ahead of my teammate Adrian Suttle. So my 2 main rivals are first and second. I don't really know what's going on here. A very, very strange order right now with 3 minutes to go in the session. We're out there again for a final 2 flying lap attempts. And a load of drivers are boxing as well. I think we're going to see a few huge shocks here in Q1 at least. Much better first sector, 1.1 seconds up. Let's see what the second sector time is like. We are up by half a second. And round the final corner across the line, we're up to 10th place. We've done enough to get through. Nobody's really improving apart from us. Well, all I can say is, what in the world was that session? Hulkenberg fastest, Suttle second quickest. Over a second behind Hulkenberg. Maldonado 2 seconds off the fastest in 3rd place, followed by his teammate Grosjean. The Marushas and the Caterhams all getting through in the top 10. Both Saubers in the top 10. Both Lotus drivers in the top 10. Lewis Hamilton championship leader only 11th. Rosberg does squeeze through to Q2, but Valtteri Bottas out. He almost got pole position in the real life race. He actually qualified 3rd for the real life Grand Prix. He's out in Q1 alongside his teammate Felipe Massa in 21st. Massa also got knocked out in Q1 in the real life race. Kvyat at his home Grand Prix is going to be starting last place. Perez, Magnussen, Raikkonen out in Q1 as well. And here we are with 3 minutes left to go. We've got time for 2 flying laps. Our only set of new wet tyres left to use. You only get 3 wet tyre sets for the whole weekend. We used 2 in the first session. Now we're using the 3rd one here in the 2nd session. Grosjean in 10th place right now at 58.8. That is the objective. Let's see if we can beat it. Normal order has resumed, by the way. I think Vettel's fastest with Hamilton second right now. And we are purple in the first sector, okay. And surely this will be quick enough for the second sector as well. We need a 20.9. We are at a 19.8. Wow, Hamilton's just set 50.3, okay, right. Now we need a 55.9 as everybody's going across the line. Oh dear. I doubt I've done enough here. Across the line we go. It's a 54.8. We are in 4th position right now. And we get through in 5th place. Another very weird qualifying session. Hamilton fastest. That's normal. 3.6 seconds ahead of Maldonado, who's 2nd. Verne is in 3rd. Vettel early, Alonso through. Rosberg also through to Q3. Bianchi in the Marussia gets through to Q3. Incredible considering what happened in real life. This was the first race without Jules Bianchi. Marussia brought both chassis to this race weekend but did not run a second car out of respect to Jules Bianchi and his family. Max Chilton, his teammate, knocked out. Hulkenberg and Sutil, my 2 rivals, and my teammate of course, knocked out. Grosjean, Kobayashi and Ericsson also see a Q2 exit. And here we are in Q3 with 3.5 minutes to go. Sebastian Vettel on pole position right now. It's now intermediate conditions. 49.8 set by Vettel. I think we could beat Bianchi, maybe Maldonado as well. We'll see. 8th place is my objective. Sector 1 with 3.5 tenths down on Sebastian Vettel's time. Felt like a very clean second sector. We're going to be miles down on Vettel. 1.9 seconds. And rounding the final corner, have we done enough to trouble anybody above 10th? Well, we're 7th place with that one. We have time for one more lap. Oh, Ricciardo now to the top. Everybody's going to be crossing the line now. I imagine a lot of them are going to beat my time. Well, they're crossing the line. I'm still in 7th place and Ricciardo is still in pole position. Nothing is changing. Meanwhile, I'm up by 0.3 of a second through the first 2 sectors. And with the checkered flag waving, is this enough to improve on my position? No, it's not. I did go quicker and I was only a 10th behind Jenson Button, but it's 7th place on the starting grid. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Ricciardo gets pole by an astonishing 2.4 seconds. Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, the 2 championship protagonists, 4th and 5th for Mercedes in a day that Mercedes can wrap up the Constructors Championship. Jenson Button sets off from 6th, or completely forgot about Alonso in 3rd place as well. Early 7th, followed by Verne, Maldonado and Jules Bianchi, 7.5 seconds off the pace, but I mean, he's in Q3, that's enough. And the team are mightily impressed with my performance here. That's one of my best qualifying results of the season, undoubtedly. Maybe that was my best performance, considering the conditions as well. And there is no risk of rain for race day. We already know the starting grid. I don't even need to look at it. Race strategy, 27-lap race, starting on the option tyres, going to lap 8 for another set of the options, and then finishing the race with a 10-lap stint on the prime tyres. Starting up in 7th place. I can only hope the race is as good as qualifying was. The target, of course, is to maintain a points position. It'll be our first points that we scored in the past 5 races, including this race. So this will be a good result, especially if we finish ahead of Hulkenberg and Sutil. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2014 Russian Grand Prix is next. So the first ever Formula 1 World Championship Russian Grand Prix is about to get underway. The crowd has come out in force, ready to see a good show put on by the drivers in front of them. 5 lights are on, and we are underway, starting in the lofty heights of 7th place. I'll tell you what, Button's got a fantastic start, already splitting between both Mercedes drivers. He's moving past Rosberg. He's trying to move past Hamilton, who's down towards the first heavy braking zone we go. I'm going to try and spot this braking. Oh, I did not spot them. Oh my gosh. Oh dear, I've just been swallowed up by half the grid. I didn't know where the braking point was. I couldn't see the board. So I think I broke about 200 metres too early. We're already down to 12th place, and Hulkenberg's in the points. Okay, I'm going to re-overtake Chilton here, and Hulkenberg up the inside. Oh, there's damage up ahead. Somebody's lost a wing. 3 drivers off the track there. We're going to move back past them. That's Jenson Button on my left-hand side. Can we go up the inside of Button? Yes, we can. Pole sitter Ricciardo already shoveled down to 5th position, and we're back up to 6th. There's already been 4 retirements. And of course that triggers a safety car with 4 retirements. A huge mess in the first sector to clear up. Let's see who retired. Raikkonen, Sutil, Grosjean and Daniel Kvyat is out of the race. I think that must have been in one big incident with 4 retirements. Sadly, we cannot actually see the retirements or see the action, as when you look at the replay, you can only see your own car in this game. And there's drivers going into the pits already. That must be to repair damage. Who is that? Is that Hamilton or is that Rosberg? We're about to find out. That's Lewis Hamilton into the pits. That is big for the championship. Rosberg's slim hopes at a championship is still on if he can get a win today. Now, Rosberg's in 3rd. Vettel's in 2nd. That must mean Fernando Alonso leads the race right now. This is already proving to be one absolutely crazy episode with what happened in qualifying and what happened at the start of this race, triggering a safety car. Dare I say, if we're going to score a podium this year, it could be this race. So Hamilton put the prime tyres on. He's down in 18th place, which is last. Both Marussia's, Chilton and Bianchi, in the points right now in 8th and 10th place respectively. Chilton's one of only 2 drivers yet to score points this season, the other one being Marcus Ericsson. This is already miles clear of the real 2014 Russian Grand Prix, where, I don't know if anybody of you remember it, it's not very memorable. Nothing really happened. Hamilton got pole position, Hamilton won the race. Rosberg, he got a flat spot trying to overtake Hamilton into the first braking zone on lap 1, so he had to box, but he still recovered to 2nd place. Bottas completed the podium. Safety car in at the end of lap 3, so we're about to go back to racing speed. The only other thing that happened in the real life race was Adrian Sutil got spun round after contact with Romain Grosjean. That's really it. And that's the safety car into the pits. Away we go. And we've made an excellent restart, already putting Ricciardo under pressure. Tell you what, we've got some serious straight line speed as well. We've definitely stayed within a second of Ricciardo, so we should get DRS. Well, we don't have DRS. Maybe DRS isn't enabled just yet. And there's been another retirement from the race. And it is Felipe Massa in the Williams out of the race. So we are down to 17 runners already. Chances of points are increasing with each retirement because there's some big names out of the race. I'll be fascinated to see how high Hamilton can climb, as he's all the way down in 17th right now. And another retire. They keep dropping out the race. We're down to 16 drivers. And it's Valtteri Bottas out the race. He got a podium in real life here. So both Williams out in a matter of a few corners of each other. Hamilton right now is up to 13th position already. Ricciardo just starting to edge ahead now. But I'm very happy with our 5th place. Button is about a second and a bit behind. Maybe we're slower than Jenson Button. McLaren actually had a really good weekend here. Finishing 4th and 5th position, I think, in the race. And Hulkenberg, my rival, being down in 15th place. I think he had a pit stop quite early on, so he's second to last. He's 40 seconds behind me. This is perfect. So for those who are unaware, our best result this season is a 4th place finish that we achieved, I think it was at the Austrian Grand Prix, which was the first Austrian Grand Prix back on the calendar since it disappeared back in 2003. And this is the first Russian Grand Prix, and we're once again having a good result. I think it's the new circuits in this game the AI are just not as strong at. And now we're down to 15 drivers in the race. And unfortunately for Marussia, Bianchi has retired. Meanwhile, Hamilton is up to 11th position. He's almost back into the points. So we've reached lap 8. We're going to box at the end of this lap. We are managing that gap back to Jenson Button. He's still outside of DRS range. And now we head into the pits on lap number 8. And we go. Jenson Button's going to follow me in as well. So it's a race in the pit lane, just like it was against some of our rivals in Japan. And loads of teams out in the pits. Hopefully we can beat our rivals out here. I thought Force India had intermediate time. No, what? Okay, well, we've lost that position. It's a 7-second stop. Once again, it's a Toro Rosso that caused our pit stop to be slower. Jean-Eric Vergne, and we've lost that position to Jenson Button. I don't think we're going to be seeing him for the rest of the race now. He's definitely going to be quicker than me. Out we go on the option tyres. We are going to rejoin in 7th position. Lewis Hamilton, who's on the prime tyres he put on under the safety car, is in 6th. Maybe we can close up if they start squabbling for 5th place just ahead. I think Hamilton's within DRS range there of Jenson Button. He's probably going to go for a move here into this heavy braking zone. Or does he think better of that move? Yeah, he's still behind him. So after the first round of stops, it's Alonso leading Rosberg with Vettel completing the podium. Ricciardo is in 4th place. Then it's Button, Hamilton and James Early. Jean-Eric Vergne is actually in 8th place. So if something happens to me and I make a mistake, Vergne and Toro Rosso are there to capitalise and they'll move ahead of Sauber in the championship. The team want me to achieve 5th place today, which is so unrealistic. I get it's because I had a good qualifying result and they changed their expectations. But 5th place in a Sauber. Sauber never even scored a point in the real life 2014 season. And we have a DRS problem. Not that we're within DRS range anyway, so if we were, we wouldn't be able to use the DRS right now. Surprisingly though, Hamilton's still behind Button. He just can't find a way through. I know he's on worn tyres, so that might be playing a part. And that is Lewis Hamilton into the pits for his 2nd stop. It's going to be a 3-stop strategy for the British driver, as Rosberg sets the fastest lap of the race. They've put on option tyres on Hamilton's car. We are now up to 6th position. Button 3.6 seconds ahead now. He is just slowly pulling away. Hulkenberg back inside the points. Hamilton 8th. But we are a distance clear of Vergne in 7th place. We're 7.5 seconds ahead of the Toro Rosso. Top 10 is all really spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why I just counted to 10, but I'm just watching them on the minimap. We're all so spread out. Not much is going on in terms of actual on-track action. Hamilton's going quick, as we have officially reached half race distance Still half the race to go. Thank you very much, Will Buxton, for that one. We are in 6th position. This is looking very, very good. I imagine we're actually in a net 7th place because I can't assume that Hamilton's going to finish behind me. I imagine he'll finish ahead of me. So 7th place right now, a net 7th place. That would still be a really good result. That would still be our 3rd best result of the season. And Hamilton now right on the back of Jean-Eric Vergne. He's on fresh option tyres, setting the fastest lap to the race. I'm sure he'll overtake him down the pit straight. Yeah, he's already into 7th place. So next up for Hamilton on his road to recovery is James Early Sauber. Now, Fernando Alonso has not won a single race this season. That Ferrari, as we know, the 2014 Ferrari is sort of a meme. The car that understeers and oversteers at the same time. The Ferrari F14T, I think, was the official name of the car. Never won a race in real life. Got kind of close at the Hungarian Grand Prix. But Daniel Ricciardo ended up winning that one for Red Bull instead of Alonso, who I think lost the lead to Ricciardo in the final 3 or 4 laps. But in this version of events, it seems Alonso is on course for a victory today. Hamilton's 6.6 behind. I reckon he's about 2 or 3 seconds a lap quicker than me right now. We are boxing in 2 laps time, so I think we may just go into the pits and escape being embarrassed by Hamilton on track. Oh, never mind, Rosberg's taken the lead. Alonso has lost the lead to Rosberg. That's a commentator's curse. Oops. Time for my shameless plug of the day. If you want to watch these videos even earlier, an earlier release date for the videos, then check out YouTube channel memberships. I don't know why I keep pushing the YouTube channel memberships so much. I'm also going to make a day in the life vlog, the YouTube channel members, from time to time. And with Hamilton 3.2 behind as we start lap 17, we are boxing at the end of this lap. He's pretty much within DRS range now, Lewis Hamilton. You can see him there, the Mercedes, getting ever closer. He's 1.3 behind. Both me and him need to make one more stop, but of course the Mercedes is much quicker than the Sauber. And we'll peel off into the pits for our 2nd and final stop of the Grand Prix. And that's prime tyres on the car for the final 10 laps of this one. Sergio Perez goes through in the Force India. His teammate Hulkenberg behind in 9th place. We're going to rejoin between both Force Indias in 8th position. And Sergio Perez into the pits, so we're going to regain 7th place. This may be where we finish. Button's also boxed, and he's still about 12 seconds up the road. And that's Hamilton into the pits for his final stop. He's going to rejoin in 6th position ahead of me. I'm just hoping Hulkenberg boxes again, because he's much quicker than me right now. 3.6 seconds is the gap between Early and his rival in the championship, Nico Hulkenberg. Is that Force India going to go to the end? Rosberg just set a 40.8 fastest lap. That is almost 4 seconds quicker than my fastest. As Hulkenberg boxes, that's fantastic news for me. I was fearing he was going to close up and overtake me with DRS, and that would have been, well, even if we scored the points, it wouldn't have really meant much. So the final round of stops are completed. It is Rosberg leading Alonso, leading Sebastian Vettel. Ricciardo, he's been in 4th place all race long. Button right now still ahead of Lewis Hamilton. I don't believe Button is going to hold on to that 5th place though. I think Hamilton will get 5th before this race is concluded. Now Sergio Perez might be a threat before this race is finished. He's 5 seconds behind in 8th place right now. He is also going to the end. He picked, I think, a lap after I did. I'm curious to know, what do you guys think of this circuit? At the first sort of time I raced on it, when F1 2014 came out, I really enjoyed it, but I think that's just because it was a new circuit at the time. As time has gone on and as I've raced it on all the other F1 games up until F1 2021, I don't like it as much. I feel like it's a bit unimaginative, a bit boring. A lot of just tarmac runoff or asphalt runoff or whatever it is. It's kind of just boring in my opinion. Perez only 2 seconds behind now. Oh dearie me. There's 5 laps to go in this race as well. We're going to need a mighty defence. I'm sure he's within DRS range now. This is not looking good for my 7th place. And this is going to be the first real test down the main straight. He's got DRS on me. It was 8 tenths as we went across the line. He's going to be closing and closing and closing down towards the first corner. I think we've just got enough in the tank here to hold off Perez. Surprisingly though, Hamilton's still about 5 seconds behind Jenson Button. I don't think he's going to catch him before the end. So this is a good result for Nico Rosberg if he can hold on for the victory. I mean, it's still definitely in Hamilton's side of the court for the championship. But it is swayed ever so slightly with Rosberg's good result here. And now he's 1/10 closer going across the start-finish line than he was on the previous lap. This is going to give him an even better run on James Early down towards turn 1. We know what the AI is like though. If I just defend the outside line, they can't really go up the inside. Oh, he's so close here. He's got DRS as well. And he's going to the left-hand side. Ahead goes Sergio Perez. Under braking, can we fight back? Oh, no, he can't. He's on the option tyres, so definitely got more grip than I have. I'll try the up and under, see if I can get side by side with him on the exit. I think Perez has got the position. When do we get the DRS? I don't know where the DRS zone is. It must be so late on this straight. There it is. I've got it in rich mix. DRS wide open. We've got a running on Sergio Perez, and we're going to send it back up the inside. He brakes later than me. I've met him at the apex. I've forced him out wide. I've taken the position. Slightly rude there, but it's what we needed to do. 2 laps to go. He's going to get an equally good run here. I'm just going to stay to the left-hand side of the circuit and force him the long way round on the right-hand side. He might still have this covered, though. There he goes. Incredible by Sergio Perez how much straight line speed he has. Rich mix again. Do I have enough to retake that place starting the final lap? I don't think we're close enough. He is harvesting, though. It means he's very low on battery. We're getting closer with the DRS. Definitely not close enough to make a dive to the inside of this braking zone. As Nico Rosberg crosses the line to win the Russian Grand Prix, the inaugural Russian Grand Prix, and close the gap in the championship to teammate Lewis Hamilton. And we've got a DRS problem. DRS offline, says the engineer, which means even if we did have DRS down this straight, we can't overtake Sergio Perez. We're going to have to settle for 8th place. Well, I tried what I could to stay ahead of Perez, but he just had too much pace in a straight line. We'll exit the final corner for the final time to claim an 8th place finish. At least we're back in the points. Well, that result equals our 3rd best result of the season. 8th place finish. Rosberg winning the race by 10 seconds ahead of Alonso. Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo 3rd and 4th for Red Bull. Jenson Button does finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton by just about 1.5 seconds. Hamilton, of course, had that damage sustained in the opening lap melee. A lot of damage was sustained there. 4 drivers out the race at the start, remember. Perez finishes in 7th place ahead of Early, Hulkenberg and Magnussen completing the points. So none of the Minnow teams scoring points really today. Both Marussia and Caterham not featuring in the top 10. The closest one got was Max Chilton in 13th place ahead of Kobayashi and Kobayashi's teammate Marcus Ericsson. Quite a few retirements. Bianchi, Bottas, Massa, Raikkonen, Suttle, Grosjean and Kvyat retiring at his home Grand Prix. So we have 2 races and then another race. 3 races left, but one of them is double points. So 100 points still up for grabs. And the gap between Hamilton and Rosberg is 56 points. It is still a battle for the championship. Ricciardo can no longer win the championship. Neither can Sebastian Vettel. Hulkenberg remains in 12th place, just ahead of James Early, who's picked up a good haul of points here this afternoon. In the Constructors Championship, 172 points still on offer for the teams. It means Mercedes are officially now Constructors Champions of 2014. They've done it. It's their first Formula 1 World Championship victory. And they finished ahead of Red Bull, who are most likely going to finish 2nd ahead of Ferrari, who are now about 24 points ahead of McLaren in 4th place. Williams' double retirement today means their battle for 3rd place is pretty much over. Sauber have pulled away from Toro Rosso, and they lead them by 6 points. Thank you very much for watching this video. Apparently the team are disappointed even though I scored really good points and had a good weekend. If you are not disappointed and you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.